Hi guys! I just wanted to share a quick video about my Bible journaling, just some pages and kind of what I do to get started. I have this little notebook that when an idea or a verse comes to me, I just jot it down. It's not very full, but I tend to write it in my phone and then I'll go back and add it in my, hi Ashley! And I'll add it in my notebook here, and then as I do a page in my Bible, I just highlight it off. And I kind of jot down, you know, the verse and then what I want to talk about or journal for each verse. Okay, so I've been doing a Bible journaling class, and so I have a separate Bible for that. I just wanted to keep it a little separated from my own personal Bible because I get requests from students in the class, so I wanted to just kind of keep that separate because it's more for me in the class. It's about them and them learning to work in their Bible. So these are a few pages I've done in my class. This one's really simple. It's just the rainbow for God's promise to never flood the earth. I used watercolor pencils and just watercolored over that, really easy. Let's see. This one's another just really simple one, just washi tape with a tag, added in with a stamp. And I like to highlight the verse that I'm talking about as well. I just use a matte pencil. This one I just did the other day, and I did it for, obviously, this time of year for harvest. And I used my Big Shot and a leaves die to create my leaves, and just used acrylic paint to kind of frame out the page. This one's really fun and easy too. It's just a tip-in. I used a sheet of cardstock and added stickers. So I could, a Big Shot is a die cutting machine. It's like a Cricut, but it's not electric. So it's just kind of hand runs through, you run the die through and you hand crank it. So this is just a cardstock written, attached in with washi tape with stickers on top. And I like this kind of thing because I can flip this over and I can journal back here, and then I don't have to, if I didn't want to, wouldn't have to share that with the world if it's something more personal. This one's another fun one. It's really simple, just acrylic paint. Okay, let me go see what the autumn leaves was. Psalm 67:6. The land yields its harvest. God our God blesses us. Okay. So here's another one. This is just acrylic paint, just dabbed with a paintbrush and painted over. Really simple. This one I really love. I actually learned how to make these feathers from a student in my Bible journaling class. And you just start out with a line, kind of a squiggly line, and add in the feather. And then I took an aqua painter. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's kind of a water pen. You add water inside, and I use it with watercolor pencils and add this in. And add it in. Just paint over that, and it kind of blends that all together. You can kind of see. A couple more pages in this Bible. This one is done with watercolor as well. I just kind of used my aqua painter and splattered all over it. And there's just added in some little bits and bobbles. I have my plan. I believe this page I got the idea from someone else. It's got arrows going every which way for my plans. Ashley, you'll appreciate this one. And then one arrow for his plan. This is the NIV. I use the NIV. I know there's kind of some flack about the NIV, but it's just easy for me to read and understand. It's in plain old English. I grew up with the King James Version, and it's really beautiful. It's beautiful to listen to, but it's hard to study. So I like NIV. This is another really easy one. It's done with watercolor as well, and then just stickers right over that. And this one might be one of my favorites. It's kind of Aztec-y. So I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Philippians 3:16. I think that's right. No, that's totally not right. Anyway, whatever verse that is. I didn't write it down here. Okay, so what I did was did my lines of paint. And then for each strip of paint, I wrote in something maybe that I'm not always so good at. So it's things that I can work on. I mean, I don't want to say I'm terrible at these things, but I'm not good at these things all the time. So that was my kind of vision on that one. So that's my Bible that I use for my class, and this one is my personal Bible. This one is the same. I don't know if you can kind of see it. Kind of looks the same. The font. It's the same company. And I got both of these on Amazon. For a while there, journaling Bibles were really hard to find, so hopefully they've kind of restocked those. Hodder and Sawton is the publisher. So this is my personal Bible. It's really way more in depth, I guess you could say, and uses way more crazy stuff like this page. This is acrylic paint and watercolor. No, I think it's all acrylic paint. I totally just made a circle and then freehanded. I'm glad you love it, Ashley. Have you journaled in it yet? I hope maybe today you'll be inspired to do that. And I'm just going to kind of flip through real quick. I love using Project Life cards in my Bible. And kind of like what I said earlier, I can just, you know, flip those over and add them in. You're right, they're not very forgiving. That is something you have to kind of let go of when you start this process. The way I look at it is, I'm not perfect, and God knows I'm not perfect, but He loves me anyway. And so when I make a mistake, I just make it work. You can try to use like darker paints to cover things up, but I just don't. I just work it into my page and realize, you know, just like me, mistakes are a part of me and who I am. So that is my feelings on kind of making mistakes in that. This one is watercolor paint. I have like a $5 watercolor paint set from Michael's. This was one of my first pages. It's terrible. Look at all that bleed through. But whatever. It works. It was a learning process. This is Delight in the Lord. And it's Psalms 37:4. Yes, this is a Project Life card. It's a Heidi Swap Project Life card, and it's transparent. And I just taped it in. So pretty. And it worked perfect with my page. And I want to say I created this and then I found this card. So it really just like a match made in heaven, right? Project Life. Let me show you my Project Life box of cards. It's a scrapbooking thing. So these are all these cards. Yes, you can find them on Amazon. And I don't so much use it for scrapbooking or its intended purpose. I use it in Bible journaling, and I do use it on traditional scrapbook pages, but they're just these cards and they have space for journaling. Some of them have quotes already on them, and I just find ones I like and add them in my Bible. Let's see, what else? This one I really like. This is just watercolor. and I added in my birds. And the verse is Psalm 84:3-4. Even the sparrow has found his home, and the swallow a nest for herself, where she may have her young, a place near your altar. Lord Almighty, my King, my God, blessed are those who dwell in your house. They are ever praising you. This is so, so easy. Literally, I just paint this thing, and I wish I had my supplies handy. I don't. Paint this in my watercolors, and then just slap it right on the page. So easy. This one is more cutouts with my Big Shot. I did these wings and the feathers, and I sewed these feathers together. I didn't sew them in the Bible. I just sewed them together and then glued them in my Bible. And then did these vellum. I'll try. I'm just so not, what's the word? I can't even think of the word. I'm just not confident enough for that, I think. This, I love, 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 love using pictures from what I create in Rana Designs. Do you guys use that? I know Ashley does. And I print them out and I just put them in my Bible. They work so perfect. And these pages go together. I am using, I hope my battery doesn't die, so if you guys lose me, that's what happened. I'm using this DIY stand that I made out of PVC pipe. So easy. So this one I really love. I cut out some cardstock to make a ray and then just sponged my rays. This is done with watercolor, and then I just wrote in over that. And then this picture that I made in Rana Designs. Actually, this, I can't remember the name of the app that's from, but they just go perfect together. And Ashley, here's the card that you mailed me, and I've put it in, and it works so good with this verse. The Lord will vindicate me. Your love, Lord, endures forever. Do not abandon the works of your hand. So it kind of just went with, you know, I feel like God destined me to create, so I thought that worked perfect together. There's another feather. This one is another Project Life card. I'm not a fan of this page, but I totally messed up these stars. And I'm gonna be quite honest, when I made this page, it made me curse a little. And that's horrible because I was working in my Bible. I shouldn't curse when I'm working in my Bible, but that's just the way it goes. I just worked with it. I kept going. I didn't leave it the way it was. I could have painted over these stars, but some of them turned out really good, and then some of them turned out really bad. But I just kept going and added in my little Project Life card and journaled on top of that. So easy. That's another easy one. Not really super proud of that one, but you know, they're not all perfect. Here's one with Rana Designs about animals. Here's some ducks at the park. This one I really like. This is like 3D stuff, so it has texture. So fun. This is kind of like the bird one earlier. And it's just watercolor, and this is actually heat embossed over it. So pretty. This is one of my favorites. Yes, honeycombs. So that was just like a stencil, and then I used 3D. I don't really know what it was called. It was my friend's. Just kind of dabbed it on. And I mean, it really has texture. It's fun. And then I just painted acrylic paint right over that and flagged it. I need a honey pot to go right here, but I don't have one. So this is one of my favorites. This is a Rana Designs picture that I printed and just stuck in and added. When I started this Rana Designs thing, I did not, I didn't have plans for this to go in my Bible, but it works perfect. Okay, all these stickers that you see, they're $1 at Walmart. I mean, cheap. Matte pencils, you know, like Crayola matte pencils, $1. I just buy these stickers at Hobby Lobby when they're on sale, 50% off. Never buy anything full price. Washi tape, same thing when it's 50% off. The arrows are just done with matte pencils. Tags, these are I think from the dollar section at Target. So I just buy like really cheap stuff. The most expensive thing I have is probably my paints. It's like a big box of my paints. And they were probably $40 regular price, but I used a 40% off coupon at Michael's, so not too bad. Another one with Rana. This one's really fun. It's probably one of the first ones I did, like, covering the whole page. But you can still see the words, so that's important to me. And it works so good with this Rana picture. Again, these pretty foil stickers, $1 at Walmart. You can't beat that. There is another one with Rana. The whales. Love that one. This is one of my favorites. I seriously can't believe that I did this. It was, I think a picture on Pinterest, maybe? But it was like, it wasn't in someone's Bible. It was like just, you know, an infographic picture with a quote on it or whatever. And I just kind of redid it into my Bible with watercolors. I'm blown away that I painted that. Let's see. This is one that I still need to do, so I just stuck it in. This one I really love. It's another Rana, and I just painted in a sun. Highlighted my verse. This one, really simple. I don't know if you guys know, but a couple years ago my parents lost their home in the West fertilizer plant explosion. So this was a picture I did, I think, a year later in Rana, just kind of in remembrance, and I wanted to put it in my Bible with a little bit of personal journaling. This is one I really love. I wish I could remember the name of that app off the top of my head. But this is like the one in the other Bible. I just splattered on with a paintbrush into a heart shape and added in our picture with the words of the verse over top. This one I really like too. What am I saying? I'm saying I like every single one. Of course I do, because I made it. Okay, that's not true. I'm not happy with every single one, but they work. So this is done with more of that 3D stuff. I wish you guys could touch that because it's texture. These are from Heidi Swap. I don't know, Project Life Kit something. I just glued that in with glue dots. I'm trying to talk and read you guys' comments at the same time. Another Rana one that I need to add to. Okay, this one I really love. This is 3D gloss. And these stars have little beads in them. So crazy. And that was a stencil. Me, I'm in Texas. And where are you guys from? I know Ashley's in Tennessee. That's another Heat in Boston. I just embellishment. I feel like this is like a Dallas Cowboys page. But it's totally not. It just happens to look that way. This is another watercolors. Really simple. And then some stickers and just handwriting. We're almost to the end. This is stenciling. I did this with my Big Shot, and then a metallic doily and some stamping. I like using stamps in there too. Let's see what else. Here's another Project Life. Thank you for all the hearts. And I just kind of, I don't know if you can see that, I creased that. So I glued it back here and then creased it so it would fold over. Okay, I think this is the last page. This is one of the other first ones I did, filled with a lion. I always like the lion versus fear not and be bold as a lion in regards to your love for God. I hope you guys enjoyed flipping through my Bible. Do you guys have any other questions or comments, ideas? Okay. Thank y'all for joining me. Okay, we got one coming through. I'll wait. Love one. The one with the picture of my husband and I. I'll try to do more videos, maybe some tutorials. This one? Oh, I know which one. This? No? Think. I'm so glad y'all loved it and stopped in. I was afraid no one would come. And I'm hoping that I can stick this in my, on my YouTube channel. Hopefully it saves to my camera roll. You just have to like jump in, Ashley. When I first got my Bible, I got it for Christmas and I didn't start using it until March. Like, I was just so nervous to actually do it, and then I was afraid what people would say. And I was like, okay, I can't worry about that. I just have to do it. So I started in March, and then I made like almost 20 pages. Which one? This one? Or this one? I made like 20 pages in March. So it was like, once it started, I could not stop. Okay, so you guys, just jump in. Get a journal if you don't want to do it in your Bible. I mean, anything. You can do this in anything and just write down. Just journal in a notebook. Anything would work if you're not comfortable with doing it in your Bible. Or you could always take like a sheet of paper and, you know, the size of your page and just tape it in. Okay, I'll try to do some tutorials soon. Thank you guys for watching. Now I have to figure out how to make this stop.